Paul says a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to add to what he said, saying a little bit about what Akon and Jane said. As per what Akon said about the Bible saying a man finds a woman, I think it's important that when we're reading the Bible, we're reading it in the context of that time. It was written that way because of the context of that time. Men at that point in time were the main, I would say, the breadwinners and all that. So whoever wrote the Bible was writing it at the context of that. So just because the Bible says that doesn't mean a woman can't go out to seek a man. And just to reply to what Jane said too, I think things are changing a lot even in Nigeria, back home now. It's a new generation, a lot of things have changed. And I think in our discussions we should actually put that into context too. A lot of things have changed now. The ideal family back then is not what it is now. The man is not the breadwinner now in our generation. A lot of things like that have changed. So when it comes to relationship, like Pastor Andrew said, I think it's important that we're able to encourage women that they can also go and talk to a guy. It's funny that even though we all feel if you talk to a guy, it reduces your worth in front of the guy and all that. Based on my knowledge of guys, I don't think so. I think it's the contrary, actually. But let me just add that based on what Brother Pastor Andrew said, it's important, though, that when you want to talk to a guy, that you know the guy. That makes all the difference. You just don't talk to anybody. You don't see a guy walking on the street and you go tell him you like him. That's not what I'm saying. Before you talk to a guy, you know the type of person he is. You know how he would interpret that, what you're saying. There are guys you know that you could tell that they are matured enough to understand what you're saying and not take it in a different context. So I think it's really important that you know the guy to some degree before you tell him that.
And that's what let me really finish my statement. That's really in the line of what I'm saying. You're working with this person. You people have been in a relationship of friends for over a year, for 2 years. God is leading me to you. I do not look down on any one of them today. 2 of them have gone ahead to get married. One of them in the marriage house is still believing that I'm still her husband while she's in her husband's house. Now the issue is that I still don't look down on her. I'm going somewhere. My brother, I know he may not want to talk because I talk more than him. He too has gone through the same situation. I don't know your situation, sir, but for him, I know we've spoken. Ladies have spoken to us. And you know what? Do you look down on them and you disrespect them? No. In fact, you appreciate them. Yeah. So don't get out of that culture. And I'm not saying you should not walk to any man when you feel in love and you say, I love you. No. Walk with that man first. Amen. When he's not forthcoming, you come forth. Amen.
Yeah, before I tell Kara to speak, a lady walked up to me in Abuja and she said, Pastor Ike married me. She said, straight, Pastor Ike married me. And she was about to marry. Hallelujah. I said, I didn't know what to answer, because that was a hell of boldness. But do I disregard her? No. There was something in her inside that she couldn't contain, that finally she let go. But I have so much respect for her, not because she said it, but because she was bold enough to present it in a manner that is righteous, not trying to pronounce her, but presenting what was in her inside. So now it depends, exactly on what Tunde and Pastor Andrew have said. It depends on the man. And before you make such move, you have to be sure that the guy is a reasonable guy. Because otherwise, you're going to see it in Yahoo.
No, Facebook.
Just hang on.
I agree with everything that you're saying here, that you need to consider whether or not the man is reasonable. However, I also think that when the story of the bridegroom and the church is a picture too of Jesus made the first move. He is the one who came to the church, sacrificed the church, met with her, and then called her his own, and will come back for her someday. He is the one who's made the first move. In the meantime, she is continuing to prepare herself and build that relationship with him, Jesus. I think when God made us male and female, he made us very different. When a man looks at a woman and he sees her, he is erotically attracted to her. That's eros love. He's attracted to her. yes, women are attracted to men too, but women look for security. They look for, am I going to be safe? Am I going to be loved? Am I going to be chosen and cherished? Did somebody pick me? And when a woman goes to a man to present herself or to ask, you know, are you interested in me? And he might be a reasonable man. He might say yes. Then they get married. They go, everything's good. Someday there will be struggle, and she will say, but I picked him. Did he really want me?
Yeah.
He did not choose me. He did not pursue me. Am I valuable enough? And then there will be an underpining of what has happened in that relationship, and it will have to start all over, and he will have to trace her and pursue her from that point. At that point, it's harder. It's too late. I think that chasing and pursuing needs to happen beforehand. Like Jacob, when he pursued, he worked for her. A woman wants her husband to work for her. She wants to be pursued and chased. That's how God created us. And that comes back from Genesis. And that has not changed. Our culture may have changed, but we have not changed. We're still in the image of God, and He is the beginning and end, always the same.
Hallelujah. Amen. So are we resting it here?
I just have a contrary opinion. I totally agree with what she's saying. But let's take it. We're not saying that a man should just go, a woman should just go and speak to a man. We are saying that there are some men, and which culture is there, intimidation is there, shyness is there, that some men can do everything of pursuing a lady, can do everything in terms of trying to go after the lady in whatever way. However, they will not have the boldness to speak to a woman.
There are no men. That's the truth. Like a man should be able to be confident to talk to. If you're not confident, if I don't see the confidence in you to even walk up to me to talk to me, then I don't have that security that some things that you can stand up for me. If you cannot stand for me, then you're a boy, you're not a man. Yeah.
Okay, I rest my case.
Hallelujah. Just to go.
I have a question for the three of you, Pastor Ike, Pastor David, and Pastor Andrew. For all the women that approached you, do you think subconsciously the fact that she approached you made you say no?
No.
Made you say no to the relationship?
No. In my own case, to be honest, it is something that is humbling. That is the real truth.
Yeah.
It is very humbling. You can't.
It's flattering.
No,
It's not flattering.
No. It's like I know myself, right? For me, it was humbling. It wasn't flattering. It was you respect the woman all the more.
Yeah.
And some of them, it's not maybe because you didn't want to say yes to them. Some of them maybe because you already have your eyes somewhere else.
Yeah.
You understand, or your heart somewhere else. So maybe their own timing was just off, and this is what it is. But you respect them nonetheless, and you're not going to go and then now begin to feel, oh, that person did that to me, so that makes you a superstar.
No.
You understand? It doesn't mean anything. It's just like a woman telling a guy no. He said something, and it's true. When a woman tells a guy no too, some guys would not eat just because somebody told them no. So they themselves have feelings. Sometimes we describe men as these rock solid people. They too, they are human beings. They have emotions. They can be hurt. A woman has the ability to bring a man down to his knees. You understand? And only just saying no to a man, like if you look at the story of that Amnon, one of the problems that he was having was, it was hard to get across to Tamar. And the Bible says he became sick just on account of that. So it's just like the woman was saying no to him, and he's not able to get across. So now he's thinking, how can I get across? And then he finds a different way to reach out to her. So the ideal, and you have to always understand this, that God always has an ideal, right? And then we have reality on the other side, right? The ideal is always, it's good for the guy to make the first move, right? But we have cases where the mold is broken. I mean, think about it. If God did not break the mold, we would not have Jesus. It would have to be a man sleeping with Mary, right? But God broke that mold and brought in Jesus. So sometimes the mold will be broken, but it shouldn't be that, okay, that is now the norm, that all women should be going after every man. Just see them say, I want to marry me. That's not what we're saying, but there has to be, and I'm very happy, maybe we miss it. What we are all saying here, even in the story of Ruth, you notice that Boaz had been showing some kind of favor towards her. You understand? So there was that relationship already there. We are not saying that go and talk to a man and say, marry me right now. There has to be a relationship. There has to be something that is now beginning to snowball before maybe you make